Hi, folks. I hope you're all well. I had a really bad physiotherapy session today. The poor man, I kept apologizing to him because I could not help but give a few cries of pain today. But guess what? I'm body sore, but I can breathe again. I was getting worried because it felt as if I could not get enough air into my lungs the last few days. So apparently, it was all due to the misalignment of my spine and a pinched nerve. It's good to feel the oxygen reaching my lungs again, regardless of the pain I had to endure. Anyway, what a strange, strange week on the royal and not so royal front. But let's stick to the royal front for now. Seriously, folks, I'm losing it with all these so called royal reporters, and some really, really are and had been at it for years. So why, oh why, are they talking so much rubbish? Harry was not stripped of anything. HRH is not a title. It is a styling, Mr. Neil, Sean, Ingrid, Seward, and others. By golly, you are not only royal reporters, you are British. You grew up with this. This is embarrassing. Stop it. Secondly, Harry was not stripped of his HRH styling. It was just removed as reference from the website, as it should have been 3 years ago when the Queen basically put Harry and Meghan's HRH styling in abeyance, telling them it is not stripped, they just may not use it anymore. Remember that, British royal reporters? If not, then please check the date on my screen. An article from January the 20th, 2020. Okay, so let this lowly South African explain to British royal reporters, Mr. Sean, Miss Seward, and all the others, what HRH means to a royal. Obviously, we all know HRH stands for His or Her Royal Highness, and it is basically a styling to denote senior members of the royal family. It had been customary for HRHs to be bestowed on the children and grandchildren of the monarch and is bestowed 100, well, 101% at the discretion of the monarch. HRH shows status within the royal family and can also be bestowed on a royal family member as a token of gratitude for his or her service and loyalty. Again, at the discretion of the monarch. So, what does that mean? When Catherine and Meghan married William and Harry, both were made HRHs. But when Jack Brooksbank, for instance, married Eugenie, who is, after all, also an HRH, he did not get the HRH. So why? Well, because both Catherine and Meghan were going to become permanent working members of the royal family, and there was never any intention for Jack Brooksbank becoming a working member of the family, and that is why. HRH does not go to all minor royals at all. Zara, Peter, Louise, and most others further down the totem pole are not HRHs, although they may be duchesses and dukes and earls, and no, they don't all get HRH, okay? But, for instance, Prince Michael of Kent, who is 48 in the line of succession is an HRH. So why would that be? Well, age, duty, loyalty to the monarch and the crown. That is what it comes down to. It shows, in a way, the level of regard you are held at within the royal family and the contribution you make and will make in the future. So please, I'm begging you, stop this now. This boo-hoo jubilance and then tears and the fake admiration because finally they are stripped of something. No, they are not. This is gaslighting and spin, nothing else. It's like me calling my grandson by a nickname every day of his life, and then one day I'm mad at him and I call him by his real name. Or he gets too old and tells me it's embarrassing him, I must call him by his name. HRH is a styling and denotes status. That is all. It opens a few doors on diplomatic levels, and that's about it. HRH is basically just a gift and can be handed out, taken, or reinstated by the monarch at will. In Harry's case, the HRH is not even affecting his place in the hierarchy. It means literally nothing. It's a token. And the only thing that took place now is that the pages on the website were cleaned up and updated a little. And some astute worker likely remembered that Harry and Meghan were not supposed to use their HRHs. Or maybe someone like William reminded them and told them to fix it. Who knows? The two disloyal ex-royals now living in America are still on the website where they should not be, as the site is clearly set up for working members of the family, not all family members, and definitely not to accommodate foreign ex-royals or ex-royals living overseas. The same darn lies are still on the website. I mean, they are balancing their time between the United Kingdom and North America, it states in Meghan's bio. No, they are not. Meghan hasn't been to the United Kingdom since the Queen passed, and Harry could not even stay a proper 48 hours during his father's coronation, continuing to honour their duty to the monarch, the Commonwealth, and their patronages. No, this is crap. What duty to which monarch? Certainly not the one on the throne now, unless they have some underhanded hidden deal with Charles that we don't know of. Meghan and Harry have no duties to perform for the current king. Like I said, not that we know of. And what patronages? Yes, they are still a little involved with a couple of charities, but none of those are official royal charities. Those had all been removed by Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. So no, the media and these royal reporters must stop embarrassing themselves. So far it had only been Richard Eden whom I heard telling the truth, although he was rather ignored when he did. No, folks, rather listen to me or listen to Lady C or then go Google these things for yourself. Otherwise, you will remain ignorant forever. However, I do think Harry and Meghan, or at least Meghan, are pretty peeved at the HRHs being so publicly removed from the site. They must have been laughing behind the scenes because they knew full well the Queen practically removed their HRH status, but nothing was done about it to make it look official. So they still used it randomly and at will. having a grand old time doing and saying whatever they want, whenever they want to. So at least there's that. But I'm willing to bet a couple of dollars that they will use it in the future to create a sad sack victim narrative, something like, oh, woe is me! My husband was right in the middle of a goodwill and charity tour of Japan and Singapore when his HRH status was brutally ripped and torn from his bare body. Yeah, right. It was graciously taken by our Queen, Queen Elizabeth II, in 2020 already. So wake up and smell the roses, because to me, the roses smell like sewage at the moment, and the media is just spreading the manure. Okay, folks, I'm off to my next trip to the doctor. This time, not for myself though, but for my daughter. So until we meet again on the next one, please take good care of yourselves. Bye.